What's up, everybody? It is not Tuesday. It is Thursday, a very special TransWorld Live Thursday episode. We're super excited that you guys are here with us. Congratulations to Tim's Insanity, our first comment of the night. Obviously, we can't do this show without you, so we're so glad you guys are coming in right now. Sean, Nadine, what's up? Welcome to the party. We are streaming live to 5 different feeds. That's where Holly Day just jumped in on. Of course, to Facebook and YouTube. And we love when you watch, but we love you even more when you comment and let us know that you're here. So saying hey, saying what's up, and including yourself in the amazing conversations that we're going to have tonight. We're super excited that you're here with us. We've got some birthdays to celebrate yesterday because we didn't include that in last week's show. Happy birthday to Bud Strauss, Emily Bloom, and the big man, the big legend, of course, our VP of sales, the man, the myth, the legend, Rich Bianco. Happy birthday to him. Today, Kyle Bostic and Bobby Schmidt. Happy birthday to them. On the 31st, we have Andrew Klein. On the 1st, we have Katie Rodriguez, David Peace, and Phil Rocco. And on the 2nd, we have Brian Mudgett, Ernest Corridor, Dusty Morton, and then Chris Roosh. We're going to see a bunch of them here in MHC in just 8 days, folks. 8 days. Cannot believe that. It's ridiculous. We want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Last show, Jen came on and talked about Becca and the situation she is going with. Obviously, if you didn't watch that show, certainly take note of that one there. But we want to thank you. We are progressing very, very nicely on the GoFundMe page. Robert will post that into the chat here. We just want to thank you for all your support. Becca sent a very, very nice message and just thanking everybody. She is on the road to recovery. And the summary of that, if you didn't tune in to last week's episode, Becca Romer, one of our very, very smiling staff members in blue coats that is at every event that we do, was viciously attacked by a dog. And she's had a number of different surgeries, and she is on the mend, smiling once again and being amazing. But thank you for all of the financial assistance and, of course, the love and support for her. She appreciates it. As we mentioned, we are 8 days out of MHC. Cannot believe it. The single digits here. Of course, everything is online. Check it out, MidwestHauntersCon.com. We've got everything kicking off from our Friday movie premiere of Haunt Season from Steve Christoff and the folks over at Realm of Terror. We have our Friday night tour at Abandoned Haunted House right across the Illinois border into Wisconsin. We've got seminars, we've got the stage, we've got pit activities, we've got panels with all of the amazing haunt owners from the pit. We've got the zombie walk, we've got Bloody Mary makeup wars and the MHC costume party and much, much more. Check it all out and bookmark MidwestHauntersCon.com and the daily events to make sure you don't miss out on anything. Of course, we start Friday, June 6th. We end on Sunday, June 8th, and it's at the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center in Rosemont, right outside of O'Hare. So if you haven't made your travel plans, hurry up. There's still time. Now, we do have some really important news because Jen wanted me to remind everybody we love saving you money. We want you to be a part of everything that we do. And the early bird discount expires tonight at 11:59 Central. 11:59 Central. So go get your stuff, save a couple of bucks, come hang out and have a really, really good time. And then a big note, we have a huge show ahead of us, and we're really excited for next week as well. Our TransWorld Live will not be on Tuesday next week. It's actually going to be on Wednesday, so mark your calendar, Wednesday, June 4th, for our last episode right before the big dance. All right, guys, we're glad you're here, and we're ready to start the party. Sean's here, Tony's here, Cobwebs and Candlesticks. Guys, it's so good to see you guys. Tara, good to see you too. Thanks for being here. Let's get this party started. Usually he's batting cleanup, but he's batting first tonight. He is a legend and has done so many things that an introduction of my caliber here would never do it justice. TransWorld Live, help me in welcoming Mr. John LaFlamboy from Zombie Army Productions.
Hello, Chris. How you doing, man?
Good, buddy. How are you?
I'm great. It's been a day at the haunted house, so I can't complain. Good weather and lots to build.
I was gonna say, is that warm weather just illicit? Like, hey, it's build season, it's creation, it's prep.
No. It used to be, yeah. Back in the day, back when we were a much smaller company, we didn't start the build until the ground thawed. That is no longer our situation. Now we start building in November, as soon as the show ends.
Yes.
We start making way for the next season, which means we are right by the time we get to it's January 20th. That truly is we're full blown. We're already 40, 50 hours a week from January 20th all the way until the show. So what this nice weather does mean though is you're smiling a little bit more. It's a little less snow, a little less ice. The ground isn't frozen. It's so much easier to work with. Your paint actually dries. So it's happy days. Yeah. Absolutely. With this nice weather, it put a pep in your step. Give you a little smile. Something to be happy about.
One of the big questions that we always get, and we have you, so as a captive legendary haunt designer of Statesville Haunted Prison and now Hellsgate Haunted House that's been going so strong and world renowned, when do you start planning out new rooms? I know you said you start build season right after that haunt, but when do you start visualizing those rooms? Is that years in advance, a couple of months in advance? People always love to know about your creative process.
Sure. With Hellsgate, and part of the whole vision of doing Hellsgate was to change how we were doing business as well, right? There was that kind of, you get caught in this cycle of being this seasonal business, and a lot of things are at the last minute, and you're ordering stuff at TransWorld on Saturday that doesn't get here till September. And part of what we're trying to do here at Hellsgate, because we know we're here for 30 years, the universe willing. And so I've gotten more into this designing in 3 and 5 year blocks.
Okay.
So I know what my designs are roughly for next year, the year after, and the year after that. So now that means I also can purchase that way, right? Oh, hey, it's Shannon. Hi, Shannon. I think she's invited me to dinner.
Always, the door's open.
So yeah, what I'm doing now is more of this long-term big picture designing. Now that being said, that's like my big area, my idea. Sure. I knew all year, last year and the year before, that this was the year of the mausoleum, right? So I know generally what I'm doing. I know the general design, but it's still following the audience in October, in costume,
right?
Working with the actors and really seeing the audience interacting, with the sets and the scares and the concepts, right? I still need that juice, I'm like a vampire. I'm following these people, just taking all that energy and all that feedback, because that's my data, right? Like that's my actual hard data, is following the audience every night. So they're always going to influence the details of what I do with those designs. I may know I'm doing the mausoleum. I may know it's got these 3 giant rooms, but it's with that audience of learning from what's working and what's not working, of the little details of the scare tactic I design or a lighting scape I design. Like those things will still be in this relationship with the audience, right? But the fun part now, for me, is that, I know what I'm doing next year, and I know what the designs are the year after that.
That's awesome.
And so I could purchase that way. So, Unit 70, the delivery showed up a couple weeks ago. And I bought Unit 70 for the next 3 years of designs.
Nice.
So I bought an entire container of Unit 70. And now that's all just waiting on deck now to come into those next designs. So that I'm not, spinning my wheels trying to find props last second. We're just seeing those big picture kind of things. And that is, man, that's a great place to be as a designer. Man, it's so great. I mean, I've been trying to figure out I got this secret room coming. It's part of the twins room. I don't want to say it out loud yet.
Oh, no.
But I've been thinking about this room for over 12 years now. So I'm so excited that it's on next year's calendar.
Some breaking news. Come on.
I ain't doing it. No, man, not a chance.
Come on,
I know
John.
haunters. I know haunters. No damn way. I tell you what the idea is. It's going to be in like 1,200 houses across the country in a minute. We're all like that. You know, me too. Like,
Sure,
I'm like, oh,
sure.
that's a cool idea. Let's play with that. No, this one I want to wait. This one I want to make sure is my audience sees it for the first time here.
We love it. And obviously the comments are blowing up in the chat. You're getting some invites to dinner too at the Hops house. So
I love eating dinner. And I mean, the Hops house, are you kidding me? Shannon Hops. Yeah. I'm sure Alan runs a hell of a barbecue. Like, yeah, I'm in. I'm there.
It's great because someone of your caliber who has your history and your background, when you talk about that, when you talk about your strategic planning, it helps you be a better buyer. And so you're strategically pacing stuff out. You can budget better. You can look at things differently.
Budget.
What's that?
I live on dreams, Chris. Budgets are gone. Profits with them. But dreams.
We love this, but you've actually done even more than that. And I want to talk, because this is our first time being able to talk about it at TransWorld. Obviously, you're doing your buying, you're doing all that fun stuff, but you're also premiering Fright Stuff to the point where we had a line wrapping around where we ran out of room. How did that feel for you? We didn't get a chance to talk since then. I thought it just was like spine tingling and just awesome to see that come to life. It had to be crazy nerve-wracking for you.
I mean, the whole night was like this kind of movie inside a movie kind of a night, right? Like, it was exciting, right? Because we've been working on this project, you know, and Mike Meyer especially for 10 years. I mean, him and Chris Sato, like, they've been out there traveling, doing interviews across the country to truly capture, you know, the essence of the haunted house industry and the history. And the history is important, you know, it's real important. And so that work that you do for 10 years, right? You're a little nervous inside. That was a whole lot of work, you know, time, energy, and treasure. And you want to do right by the audience, you know. And I know Mike Meyer said that, you know, when we introduced the film. And that was the thing that was the heaviest with us, right? Sure. Is we have this room full of people that we respect, we love, we admire, people that let us into their homes, you know, into their haunted houses to meet their actors, their crew members, and talk with us and share with us. Like, they gave us so much. So that onus of doing right by them, right? Of following through on what you said you were going to do. That was heavy. So yeah, that gave me a little bit of the tinglies. But man, to then see that room fill in.
Yes.
To see that line go all the way out the door, out of the street. And then to see the entire AV system crash.
Yes.
Like, there's some drama.
Yes.
Talk about scary. All I can do is paste, though. I'm a computer idiot. So all I can do is say, Beaker, Chaka, the AV guys, you're all brilliant people. I have nothing but faith in you. As I just paste, because I can't do anything about this. But then honestly, like, the greatest reward out of all that, out of the work and the stress and all that, to sit in the back of that room and to hear those little moments with haunters, that little gasp or that little, I know what that's like, or that's us, you know, like that feel that they see themselves up on the screen. That was the most important thing. We wanted to we just wanted to show who we all are, honestly, you know, with no gimmicks, no shit. And no, you know, people eating dog food. We wanted to show that honest portrayal of haunters and to hear that vibe, that energy in that room for that hour and 26 minutes. God damn, that was awesome. I mean, I felt I was over the moon. You can't ask for a better night than that. You just can't. It was so great.
It was amazing. It really was, just to be a part of that audience and to feel the energy, and everybody, they all had that same reaction. And you've talked about this in your seminars too, that power of the crowd working together and everybody feeling it. It was wild. And how many people stayed for the Q&A afterwards?
Oh my God. Yeah. The Q&A went for like 90 minutes and people weren't leaving. Eventually I'm like, vendors, you have booths to work tomorrow.
Get out of here.
Crash the industry. Get now. Yeah, it was crazy. And that, what a compliment, when people are staying that long for a Q&A, like, God, that was great. That was great.
Love it. Love it. Well, thank you, honestly, to you, to Mike, to Chris, to your entire team that made that and shared that with us. Because we all feel like, even though we didn't work on it, we feel like it's a little bit a part of us. And so it's pretty cool.
Well, and thank you for being part of it and for emceeing for us for the Q&A. You moderated for us, and thank you so much.
It was an honor. It was fun to hear some great questions and people that are very invested in our industry and everything that you guys are doing, and just have that same passion and want to spread it.
Yeah.
Obviously, something that you have been a part of for a long time, and a huge factor of why MHC is here, is you've been going to MHC for years. And the big question, we're just ripping the Band-Aid off here. Why are you excited to hang out with all these yahoos in the chat in 8 days at Midwest Hunters Convention?
I mean, this is low-hanging fruit, right? I mean, we all know why. Midwest Hunters is the party convention. Of all the conventions and trade shows and stuff we do, like, Midwest Hunters to me has that, the family getting back together. Yeah. And I love, like, we have a great community in Chicago. We get along with everybody, all the haunted houses in Chicago. Like, when we see each other, it's like seeing cousins. So I had a family picnic.
Yes.
It's great. I love mingling, talking, sharing, telling stories, having that interaction with everybody. And I think that's truly what sets Midwest Hunters, aside from all other shows, is it really is about that community and that culture and getting us all together. I mean, it's, you worked with us the first year, when we were presenting the idea of Haunters Row, having all the haunted houses in the same area of the floor and creating that pit energy where we all are just kind of hanging out for a weekend together. And seeing whatever weird shit Steve Kristoff is going to do. That's one of my favorite parts.
100%.
Like having Andy Kaufman at the Haunt Show doing performance art. Kids, I know that's an old reference. Look it up. No, Andy Kaufman. Brilliant.
But you're right on the mark, though.
Steve Kristoff is the Andy Kaufman of the Haunt scene. And I mean that in the highest praise.
Oh, yeah.
I really do. I have a brick from Realm of Terror at my front door at Hellsgate that I think I purchased at his booth because he was selling garbage one year.
Yes.
Do it.
100%. We talked. He was on the show last week, and we talked about just that. Like, when we are in an MHC planning meeting with all of the owners of the Chicagoland area, and literally everyone's like, "So, Steve, what are you going to do?" Like,
yeah. And I think that that reinforces what I'm saying about the community, right? And it's the same thing like with the Hellsgate and with us. Like, we're not there to sell tickets. We're not there to push shit. We're there to have this celebration among the community. I think Steve kind of leads with that, which is reckless abandon and creative intelligence. And I love it. But it's like there's no big push to sell at Midwest Hunters for us. Like, of course, we're selling our stuff, but for us, it honestly is more important to meet and to talk to people, right? It's such a fun, unique thing that we don't get to do at the show. No. We don't even get to talk to our family when they come see the show. So it's not just meeting other haunters, it's also your audience, and I think people truly undervalue how much of your haunted house audience is coming to that show. And they love talking to you about what your next designs are, or how you did that certain thing, or tell you their experience about why they come to your show. And those are really special moments, man. I mean, that you just can't get it anywhere else. So, like, those are my favorite parts of Midwest Hunters, and then of course, the party on Saturday night is always a blast. It's one of the greatest costume parties in the entire country. I think it's wildly underrated for how incredible. There we go. Look at that. Anytime I get to play with that brilliant man, Ben Armstrong, it's a good night. Oh God, that was fun. Dr. Succulent. But yeah, it's like, it's such that even the party is just, it's that same celebration. What's happening on the floor is we're all just there to have a good time and be weirdos together. And I'm here for it. I love doing it. I love being part of it.
It's amazing to see that. And we're getting to see some of the pictures here. Like the energy and the people are crazy. And can we stay on that costume party? Because, of course, we can't do this without our MC, without our master of ceremonies. You, very excited to have you back on stage leading
just a
the
yapping
party.
clown. I'm just a yapping clown up there, Chris. I don't want them to have to hear me talk. I want them to dance and have a good time and give them prizes. But someone does have to thank the sponsors and start the party. And have fun with the all the costume entries. This was my favorite costume last year. I went gaga for these kids. They were amazing. And it was so sad because they got there late. They didn't even enter the contest. It wasn't possible. They were hands down. I remember chasing them down and just begging to take a photo with them because I really was so impressed.
Oh, the 13 ghosts. The 13 ghosts. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I could not agree more. Okay, so besides 13 Ghosts, you've seen a lot of costumes at MHE costume parties. You don't necessarily have to name any names, but what are the ones that come to mind? What are some of the creations that you remember from the years?
God, I'll never forget Lee from Ticket Leap.
Sure.
And this is like 2016. That's how much I was emceeing, and it was a big night on stage. There was a lot of stuff I was going through. We had a lot of different contests, and I think we still had the European Body Art Show. So I was trying to focus on all the schedules. Like every 7 minutes, I had something else I had to do. So I'm trying to stay laser sharp and get on this. And Lee from Ticket Leap and his friend, I'm so sorry, I forgot her name right now. They came up to me as Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton. And they just started debating each other. And it was the funniest thing. Like, I couldn't look away. I was blown away by how good they were at it. Like, the accents were nailed. They must have practiced for days. I had totally lost time and space. I'm like, I just can't anymore. I can't. I gotta go on stage and work. God damn, like some of the funniest shit ever came out of that. That one is always gonna be one of my favorites. I would say when 4 of the guys from Zombie Army, the boys, dressed up as the Teenage Ninja Mutants.
I remember that. Okay.
And they spent the entire night like stopping crime and helping people across the street. Like they were just looking for shenanigans to get into. They took it out of the party and were like working the city of Columbus as crime fighters. It was incredible. It was silly, stupid. That was fun. That was hilarious to me. I'll always love that one.
Well, we love it because we get to do it again a week from Saturday. Holy cow, I was going to say this Saturday, but a week from Saturday, 8:30 to midnight. And if you buy your ticket, if you haven't already, by tonight, it's $35. After tonight, it is $45. So save yourself.
It's such a steal. $35 for this party. Come on, man. I see these costume parties in October, and they're like $150 a ticket.
Yeah.
And they don't have anything on this costume party. This costume is so much better.
No, exactly. You have some amazing prizes. And we got to thank our sponsors, of course, Froggy's Fog, Ticket Spice, and See You Scared for helping all of those prizes that are going to be coming down to people that are very creative and willing to bear all there on Saturday nights. We're super excited for that. John, do you have any tips too? Like you've seen a lot. What are maybe just one pitfall that you would encourage people not to do? Maybe steer away from to give them a better shot at winning the contest.
Oh my God! Leave the Michael Myers costume at home, please, for the love of Christ. Leave it at home. I know you're the best slow walker ever. I get it. This is about originality, man.
Sure.
That's what this is about. Like. Most of the people in this room are professionals, right? Like most of the people in this room are working at amazing haunted houses or building amazing stuff for haunted houses. They're all inside this world. So it's all about the creativity. It's all about showing us something we haven't seen. And I know I'm saying all that while I'm saying 13 Ghosts is my favorite, but the way they put all that together and the coordination with all that, and I'd never seen it before. That still was original to me because I've never seen anyone attempt to do something that epic. But yeah, it's about creativity. Show us something new, show us something fun, and it can't just be the costume you're wearing on the outside. It's got to be that character that you put on the inside too.
Oh yeah.
Walk with it, talk
Gotta
with it,
sell the
work
picture.
it.
Right.
Yeah, man, work it.
The whole package.
And my number one advice is don't be late.
Amen.
No matter how much you work, if you're late, unfortunately, you don't make it to the stage. Even if this MC is trying to bend every rule. Yeah, it turns out I didn't have nearly as much push as I wished I did.
That's a really good tip, because people do. They're like, oh, we'll be fashionably late. Don't be fashionably late, because you will miss out.
Yeah. And it's a lot. It's a lot for the judges. There's a lot of work. I know the judges take it very seriously to see everyone and truly give everyone a thought, right? That's a lot to do if you show up 5 minutes before the whole thing goes. You're going to be overlooked. So get there early.
You remember Sammy? She just posted in the chat too. She had won best costume last year. What a beaut that was! It was amazing, out of this world. So
the Beelzebub is that what,
that's exactly it.
Yeah.
Bring it. Well, you know something about bringing a character to life, and especially Hellsgate, everything that you've done with Statesville, even from Days of the Living Dead to Fright stuff, like you're all about making sure there's a spotlight on characters and helping to build those faces of your organization. And we always love to celebrate Zombie Army when one of their team members, one of the family, is presenting and teaching at MHC. And surprisingly, you got freed up this year. But Alex Woday, aka Sharky, as many people know her, is teaching a class about bringing a haunted house icon to life. I know you're not teaching the class, but you sure as heck have started Alex's journey and helped inspire her. Can you talk a little bit about her journey and what she's meant to Hell's Gate?
Sure. I mean, little Alex, what a rock star, right? I mean, this kid is just overflowing with talent. And Alex was here today, working Alex onto some of the paint parts that we do and some of the build, getting Alex's hands dirty on the build side as well. Sorry today. Here's the thing about Alex. And, I get asked all the time, like, how do I become an icon like Alex? And it's like, do the work. That's it. Do the work. Alex, what makes Alex successful is not like she was like, born with superpowers to be Sharky. Right. It's that she has a work ethic towards this, and she never stops working. She is always working. There's an episode we did on Days of Living Dead last year, and I wanted to feature Alex for her work, and it's because we have this conversation so often where people ask me, how do I become an icon character? How do I become an outdoor character? And I keep telling them it's the same thing, man. It's same as how do you become great at anything? Do the work.
Put the work in.
And Alex is such a great example. It's like she was at Statesville, and I think her first position was in a cage. Yeah. Because she's tiny and young, and we wanted to protect her. So we put her in a cage so she was safe from the Maniac Lord. And then she, when she killed that cage, I mean, she was working so hard. I could not put another kid in that cage. There was no room for anybody else. And then you take Alex, let's put her in this small room right here. Let's see what she does here. And I watched, I'm the director. It's my job. Kyle, same thing. And we watched her run a room, and then it's that, all right, let's see what she does with some more space, right? It's like she had the energy, she had the drive, she had the work ethic. This didn't happen in 1 year. I think this was over, a couple of years here. And then it was bringing the talent outside. And what was great is like Alex went outside, and I think like any one of us that walks outside and there's light on you and everyone's looking at you, there's that fear and trepidation of, I don't know what to do, right? What do I do with my hands? What do I do with my hands? It's that. We all get it, and Alex, of course she had that. Of course she was afraid, right? We're not talking about superpowers. We're talking about work ethic. Yeah. And she just kept working. She talked to other people that had more experience than she did. She understood that, I could take advice from people, and she did. And she worked with Jeff Walker, who plays Fluffy for us, who's an amazing talent in his own right. And Alex kept doing the work. And then she innovated her costume and innovated the name. And that's just it. It never stops, man. She's always pushing it forward. And that's what it takes. That's what it takes to be great at anything. You know, whether it's being an icon character or anything.
Yeah.
It's that constant get up every day and work.
Yeah,
get up every day and move one step further. You don't need to win it all in a day. You don't need to go a mile in a day. You just need to take one step further each day. And that's what I love about Alex. She's doing it every day, and now she's doing it in classes, right? She's taking that next step. You know, she's sharing it with the other young kids out there, and I think it's important. You know, and I especially think it's important to young girls, young women in our industry. You know, if anybody runs a haunted house or has ever run a casting day, you know, the majority of the people that audition to work in a haunted house are about 5'6" females. It is a plethora. That is the main person. It's wild. You'd think it's like all these big scary dudes. Not true.
No.
Haunted houses, you know, it's a woman's game, you know, and it's great for me to be able to, you know, have all these other young women who are starting in this business, whether it's at Hellsgate or any other show, and be able to see someone like Alex, you know, not just work in the industry, but lead in the industry.
Yes.
And I think that's real important. And I think she does an amazing job with it. I'm always excited to see what she does next. I feel like I'm along for the ride. I mean, I told her before, and she just turns red and tells me to shut up and stomps her foot. But I always tell her some of my favorite parts of my night is going up in the tent and I just look to see where Sharky is. And it's like giving myself a little mini show. It's like I get a little respite to just watch her entertain people for 5 minutes. I'm like, that was satisfying. And then I go back to work.
Then you go back.
She's just so good. She brings joy. And now she's teaching classes. I could not be prouder of having her on our crew, of calling her a Zombie Army member. And if you guys check out the episode on Days, you know, it's really, she does such a great job explaining that path. Absolutely, you should check it out. She's so great.
Well, amazing words there. Check it out. Obviously, you can see the ad right there. Bringing your haunted house icon to life, character creation and Q Line entertainment with Alex Baudet at MHC. If you buy it by tonight, $35. Otherwise, tomorrow it's going to be $45. So save yourself a couple of dollars. John, I can't believe we're going to see each other in 8 days. I know all of us are excited. The chat has been ridiculous. I know that you're still gearing up because you got two booths. You got your Zombie Army booth, and you've got Hell's Gates booth, which are, by the way, 2561 and 2557, right in the heart of the pit.
Yeah.
What could you say to anybody that's on the fence and saying, "Hey, should I come to this MHC thing?"
Oh, I mean, okay. We've talked about the party. We've talked about the community. Let's just talk about, like, I mean, most of us love buying weird shit.
Yes.
Well, another reason you should come to MHC is the floor, of course.
Yes.
I look at MHC as like, it's my time to take a little time with the smaller vendors and see the smaller things. Because at TransWorld, I'm so busy with the big stuff that I love Midwest Haunters because I get to see the small stuff. You know, to buy that $1, that one taxidermy thing, or the T-shirts. You know, like. I love being able to go booth to booth and buy the small stuff, you know, the little prop stuff, the set decoration stuff that I don't see. So it's a great opportunity to buy stuff. There's a lot of smaller vendors will come to MHC that will not come to TransWorld. And even the bigger vendors, they bring their small stuff to MHC. So you get to see stuff from them you've never seen. So I love the shopping. You know, I love going through and buying stuff. That's fantastic. Of course, we talked about Alex in classes. Fantastic. Let's also, like, I'm sorry, this show is dirt cheap.
Yes.
It's so cheap to get a floor pass at this show. It's filthy. I mean, what are you going to do? Sit at home and watch TV? I mean, come on, man.
Exactly.
It'll be there when you get home. Go out there, buy cool stuff, learn cool things, meet cool people, party your face off.
Yeah. I don't think I could say it any better. So how about, because you're hosting the party and we want everybody to be at the event of the season, what do you say we give away 2 free passes to the party on Saturday night?
Yes. The only thing that beats the super low price is free.
Exactly. We want you there, guys. This is awesome. This is your opportunity. John, do you have any fun trivia or maybe a question our audience might be able to answer?
Oh boy, fun.
I know
trivia.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Like haunt trivia.
Haunt trivia. Let's do haunt trivia. That's actually a good one. Yes.
This may be too easy.
That's
easy.
Okay. Wait, before you say it. Before you say it, everybody, John's gonna give his question. You're gonna give your answer in the chat. You're gonna type MHC and then the answer to John's question. The first person John and I see will win 2 passes to Saturday night's costume party.
Okay. I'm gonna go with someone who inspired me a little bit.
Okay.
Also a theater maker in Chicago. So I was very excited when I got to meet this person because we got similar backgrounds. We're both theater people. The answer is my Lord. Thank you, Sean. What tastes like fighting your dad on Christmas? So this person is a theater maker in Chicago.
Okay.
But more importantly, he was the owner operator of a legendary haunted house in Chicago that was before my time.
Okay.
The name of that haunted house is I won't say the name. I'll say the name is a mythological name for the underworld. I want to know his name. Who is this man who runs this underworld in the 90s and the 80s?
I think Alan had it before you even finished the question.
All I had to do is say guy with theater degree, and Alan's like, I know.
Alan, congratulations. I know you got to be coming. You and Shannon just won 2 passes because Joe Jensen is the right answer.
Yeah, Joe Jensen. Love that man. If you ever get a chance, haunters out there, if you ever get a chance to talk to Joe Jensen, go introduce yourself. He is a lovely man and just a wealth of information and knowledge and history. God, go talk to him. Shake his hand.
True, all of that, and proof to all of you that anyone, including Sir Alan Hops, can win right here on TransWorld Live.
I'm very happy for the Hops family.
John, it is such a pleasure. ZombieArmyProductions.com, Hellsgate.com, and we get to see you in 8 days. Thank you for taking time and hanging out with us and being first out of the gate tonight.
Thanks. And real quick, just so y'all know, it's a little weird. There's a lot of people out there that watch Days of the Living Dead. I dropped a crazy summer episode today. So there's a new episode of Days of the Living Dead. It's a bonus episode. Thank you, Froggy Spog, for sponsoring our silly show. Froggy Spog, sponsor dance. But this episode is about the new field that we just built at the adventure park. So it's what happens when the zombie army crew crawls out of the haunted house and builds an adventure park field. So look at that. TransWorld Live's putting it right up there. The link. You guys, it's best.
Which Robert's amazing. Wait, can we talk about that for a second? Because the rumor is that you took a lot of heat. You took one of your most popular fields, destroyed it, and rebuilt it.
Yeah, I ran it over with machines. After I did that to Statesville, then I did it to this. People are starting to think I get off on destroying people's dreams. Maybe I do, Chris. I do. But no, it was the players' favorite field here at the adventure park. It was called Carnage. But it was small and it was rotting and it was beat up. And the thing is, like, our paintball players, our airsoft players, like that community, you know, it's different than the haunt world, but it is just as supportive. And these communities have been there for us, especially through the pandemic as we lived through. They've been there supporting us for years now. So we really wanted to do something big for them this year. And so, yes, the only thing I could do is take the thing they love the most, destroy it, and make it so much better. So, yeah, for like a couple of weeks after the machines ran down the buildings and they watched their dreams shatter, there were some paintball players going, don't shoot this up. So, yeah, I was a little stressed, you know, it's, I'm a people pleaser. I want them to be happy. And so it was a big design for us. It was an epic field. It's gone very well. It's been a lot of fun out here. And I liked just kind of bringing an episode, you know, both bringing that paintball airsoft community, you know, bringing them a little closer to our haunt world and bringing our
Yes.
haunt world a little bit and showing them what we're doing out here at this adventure park. So
Uh,
it's kind of a fun bridge to the two worlds that we straddle out here at Zombie Army.
I love it. The duality is amazing. Well, John, thank you again. Everybody, check out that episode because we want to know what happened at the adventure park, and we get to hang out with you in just a few days here. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. Thanks for being on the show.
Thank you, man. Looking forward to seeing you. And way too soon. Way too soon.
Oh my gosh!
I gotta pack now.
Amen. Let's get going. All right, buddy.
Talk to you.
Bye, buddy. Guys, we're not even a quarter. We're just a quarter of the way through. We're not even halfway through. We've got more. We're super excited to have our next guest on the show. I know we've had some technical difficulties in the past, and let's all together here, this cumulative energy, let's try to make it right for her because we are excited. The queen herself from Bloody Mary Makeup. Ladies and gentlemen, help us in welcoming Bobby Weiner.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Oh gosh, everything. Things are good.
How are you feeling? How's everything going after East Coast?
Oh boy, that was a great show. Can't wait till next year.
We can't wait. We can't wait. For those that don't know, I mean, Bloody Mary is one of the OGs of our entire industry. Obviously, you guys do cosmetics and FX makeup and kits and face and body paint and everything else under the sun. You've been in so many Hollywood pictures and TV shows and movies, and even the military uses your stuff. But for those that haven't heard, tell us all about Bloody Mary Makeup.
Oh, Bloody Mary Makeup. Can you hear me?
Oh, we can hear you.
Oh, good. Okay, Bloody Mary Makeup. She has some new things coming out this year, and we're going to open them up at the show next week.
Awesome.
And I'm all excited about that. We have some new fangs. We made some new zombie, undead fangs that are each one is, there's not one alike. Each one is different. Different fangs, and they're fabulous, just terrific. So I'm excited about that. And we might have gotten them up on the website tonight. And then we have what else? We have our rust makeup, which is doing great. I mean, that is just crazy how much that to actually make somebody look rusty,
Yeah.
You could do your whole body. It's fabulous. So that's really good. And I'm trying to think what else is new. We have a new comic book. We're going to have a show, The Cursed Forest. It's all about werewolves.
Oh, cool.
We've done a werewolf one. So I'm all excited about that. We have new clothes. We came out with a whole new line of Bloody Mary hoodies and jackets and leather jackets and T-shirts, all kinds of fun. We did hockey shirts, so we're doing that. What else?
'Tis the season.
We did license a new Bloody Mary haunted house out again this year, so we're all excited about that. And that is, let me see, what do we call The Dark Realm.
Oh, okay.
That's one of my comic books. So we're in West Virginia. The guy's out.
I was just going to ask. We had a question from the chat about where it was located. So
Fear on the Farm in Winfield, Virginia. This is. I bet this is the 6th year that they are doing a different Mary haunted house from one of our comic books. So I'm excited about that. And other than that, just working and dealing with the government. Making all the camouflage for the United States government. We kind of squeeze that in. And it's fun, it's like, and people even here, they call my office and they're asking for Bob. And they actually think that only a man could make camouflage face paint.
Oh my
gosh. They're a gal. I mean, when they hear my, when I talk, they hear they say, "You're a gal." And I said, "Yep." And then they get over it, and if they can't get over it, then they have a big problem because I'm the one making it. So what do you think?
We love you, and the chat, I know you may not be able to see all of it, but a lot of your friends are in the chat just talking about how much they've learned from you and how much you've impacted their lives. And I definitely want to highlight Tater real quick. He loves you, and he has mentioned it a couple of times. You mean so much to him. So
yeah, that's nice. He's terrific. I've known Tater. He was one of the first people that I met when I did my first show when he was Granny. For Granny. And
oh yeah.
I'm crazy about Tater. He's a terrific friend.
What we were just talking with John about the community. What makes you love all of these haunters? Like, what makes them bring you, this family atmosphere?
Well, this part of my life, I loved Halloween growing up. My last name's Weiner, so it was Happy Halloween or anybody. Since I was 6 or 7 years old, my mother used to dress me up, and I won every single contest in elementary school. And we were just really into Halloween. Just my mother, my father, and me, and it's just so crazy how I got into this, the Halloween business. The guy right after I did the Titanic, the dead people, the frozen, and then somebody we make sports fan face paint, for the NFL and Major League Baseball for all the fans when they go to the games. And I was getting ready to, I was calling some of my sports fan stores and telling them, well, it's time to order, sports fan face paint. I had been in business for a year after the Titanic, and they said, well, aren't you going to be at the Halloween show? And I said, why would I go to a Halloween show? And they said, well, because we all go there.
Yeah.
So he gave me the telephone number to call.
Okay.
And I did. And Jen was still young. This is 30 years ago. Okay. And some lady answered the phone and she said, well, we don't have a booth. We're filled up. And the show is in 3 weeks. I said, okay. She says, but we'll fax you an application.
Okay.
Fill it out, send it back. And if we can find a place for you, we'll call you. I said, okay. So I filled it out, the application. She faxed it to me. And the last thing she said was, tell us a little bit about yourself. So I said, well, I just finished the film, The Titanic. I was a makeup artist. And I got to tell you, I faxed that back. And I don't think 5 seconds went by, maybe 10. And it came right back. She called me. She said, I found you a booth. I said, you did?
It's a miracle.
Terrific. She said, yeah. And she didn't ask for money. She didn't ask for anything. She says, we found you a booth. And we're having a luncheon for the people that own the haunted houses. This is 30 years ago.
Sure.
Or 29 years ago. Mm-hmm. And she says, I'd love you to be the guest speaker. And will you do demos of how you did the makeup for the Titanic? I said, sure. So I went out there 3 weeks later. And I walked into the lobby. I was in Chicago back then at Rosemont. Yep. And I walked in there and there were big pictures of me, like wrapped around poles. And I thought, oh my God, this is unbelievable.
Who's that woman?
And when I went into the room with the luncheon, which they served 400 people, there were people sitting all over on the floors, against the walls. And I thought, you got to be kidding. Who are they here for? And somebody said, for you. And I said, oh my God. So anyway, so I'm up on the stage and I'm talking and just doing my makeup and taking some questions and making my, he's my sales rep for the Sports Fan Face Paint, lives in Chicago. So he came over to be my model. And he was getting the biggest kick that it was the haunted house people. And somebody yelled, what kind of Halloween makeup do you make? And I thought, oh my God, what kind of Halloween makeup? I brought my sports fan makeup. Sure. I brought some little camouflage makeup kits I thought would be good for kids. And I looked at him and I said, I make blood and fangs. And he said, okay, what's your booth number? And that's how I got into the Halloween business. And then I figured, how am I going to make fangs? How am I going to make blood? And I said, oh, like my dad always said to me, you just tell them you can do it and you'll figure it out. And that's what I did. And that's what I did with the government too. When they asked me to make them camouflage face paint, when I met with them a year after I met with them around 6 weeks after I finished the Titanic. And they said, can you make us camouflage face paint? I said, of course. And that was, good old dad. He said, you just tell them you could do it, Bobby, you'll figure it out. And today I have 259 people work for me in my factory here in the United States. And then, we have me, Zelda, the whole government, Army, Navy, Marines, Special Forces, 20 other countries. And we rock it. And I have the best people work for me. And I started it in a garage 30 years ago in San Diego. So that's it. That's the story.
What an amazing story, honestly. Oh my gosh. The love is continuing to come in. Alicia and now Japes too, our mutual friend Japes there. You're the queen. I mean, we're so excited.
I have to tell you that I'm really proud of this. I approached the government when we started doing the comic books, and I said, you know what, I think my Bloody Mary would look really good on a Black Hawk. And they said, well, draw one up, give us an idea. And I used to go to the bases like every 2 or 3 months and face paint the kids all day, Saturday and Sunday. And then, I mean, all day from 10 to 6 at night, just constant, did that. And I spoke to one of the guys that was the head of the Blackhawks, and he said to me, you send me a picture of what you would do for a Blackhawk, and I'm going to get her on the Blackhawk. So today we're on 30 Blackhawks, on the nose of the Blackhawks, Bloody Mary.
Wow.
And, we're going to make posters of that and bring them. I'm going to try to get them done next week. So I have some posters to bring to the show, Bloody Mary on the Blackhawks. And that's really cool. And there's pictures of me with all the Blackhawks, and they ripped off their badges, on their jackets, and gave them to me. And, that's really exciting to me to be part of that world. That's really something. And Bloody Mary too.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
Yeah, that's really
I mean, that would change a lot of people's world just to be in that experience. And the amount of people that trust and live off of your inspiration is just awesome. It's exciting to see.
Yeah, it's fun because a lot of people that I meet at the big military shows, they come up to me and they say, oh, my son wants your autograph. Did you bring a comic book? And he's in the Army or the Navy or the Marines, and it's like, but around every 2 or 3 months, we'll take around 1,000 comic books and ship it to the guys.
That's awesome.
And we sign. I sign them, and it's just a part of my life that who would have ever thought of that?
Yeah.
People read my book and they see my story, and it's like, oh my God. But I'm real excited about what I do, and I love what I do, and I look forward to going to my office or my warehouses. Wherever they are. We have one in Miami now too, where I live full time pretty much. And then we have the big, I have a 40,000 square foot warehouse in Long Beach with all the people that work for me. And it's working, it's like, I try not to change much because if it's working, why screw around with it? Right. And
amen.
So that's pretty much it.
Well, you've been a part of our TransWorld family, obviously, for nearly 30 years, but MHC is a huge cornerstone of you and of us, and we can't do MHC without your legendary competition, the Bloody Mary Monster Makeup Wars. I know this has been going on forever. Can you tell us the origin? Where did this all start?
This started this must be my 27th or 28th year doing it. It started when I came to do the show the very first time. And that or maybe it was the second year, they said, could you do a demo? And I said, sure. And I had a booth, and then I had my blood I was making and fangs, and the two things I said I could do, and I did. And one of the people there, and it could have been Jen's dad, or said to me, could you do a demo for us? And I said, sure. And so they made an announcement. This is in Chicago. They made an announcement, and people showed up. They just took a spot, because the whole show was different back then. Right. And people just started coming, and the guys that were helping me do my booth, they went in the back and they brought out tables and chairs, and we filled up this gigantic spot. And then, and what happened, I guess for the next year or two, they would put me in the afternoon somewhere on Saturday afternoon, and I would do a demo, and I'd bring everybody a little sample of what I was doing. Yeah. And then they decided to put me in the day before the show started. And that was maybe on a Thursday or Wednesday back then. I think maybe back then the show was only 3 days. I forget. But they said, would you do a demo? I said, sure. So they, they were charged to come in and watch me do my demo. And then I was sitting there waiting to go in, and I saw the line start, and the line kind of went around to the outside. And I turned around to, it was Jen was there. I said, oh my God, who are they waiting for? And she says, you. I said, kidding me? And so total that day, they had to break down the walls, and like people came in, they had to help everybody get set up. And I brought maybe 150 little samples of my new zombie makeup that I was going to give everybody that came. And then we ran out of makeup. They had 600 people. Okay. And then I said to everybody, don't worry. I said, you let me know where to send you a little sample and this and that. And that was huge. And that was the beginning, because there were like 3 couples there. I think it was the Smiths, Jim Smith and his wife, and Gavinsky's, and the Chris Coneys. Okay. And they were friends of mine, and they because they had to wrangle people. There were more than 600. It was just gigantic because they had to break down the walls. And but I'll never forget saying to that lady, I thought it was Jen. I said, God, who are they waiting for? Me, I said, you got to be kidding. And that's it. Sometimes ignorance is bliss, and you just can't take stuff like that for granted. I mean, it's been a wonderful, I've been very lucky, very blessed. And I love supporting, the haunted house industry tremendously. And they've been good to me. I mean, they even, they auction me off, and I'm
oh yeah.
When I tell my friends that, they go, what do you mean they auction you off? What do you do?
Yeah. So, you fetch great money, and all for charity, all for a good cause. So yeah. We love that. Well, we are excited because the MHC Bloody Mary Monster Makeup Wars is going to be a week from Saturday at 4:15 p.m. And you have handpicked some judges, and teams are going to be competing for cash prizes.
Yeah, they get cash, and we give everybody prizes. And usually we just started this a couple years ago, where when I do a big class, and whoever is the winner, I put them in one of my comic books. Okay.
So
awesome. We feature them in the comic books. And then this year we started doing posters, because I thought that would be fun for them to have a poster to take back to their haunted houses, because most of the people that come are part of a haunted house, when they come to my workshops on Saturday, or and now we are doing it for the makeup wars, and that's really a great thing. They loved, and now they can have a poster. Their haunt can have a poster and put it up with with one of their actors on the poster. And we just like to do that. I think it's important.
It is. What an amazing thing you do. And thank you, obviously. And we get to celebrate another year of the wars here with you, the judges of your picking, and the teams that enter. I'm not sure if we're full yet, but there is a link. And I think Robert will post it in the chat if you want to submit your team to be considered to be a part of this epic extravaganza that's been going on for a very long time, and get to meet Bobby herself. Please join us. And if you're not a team member, come stand in the audience, because it's a lot of fast-paced competition. We've got great music, and of course the Queen herself will be there helping to judge.
This year we're going to send a lunchbox around, and people can put their name in it, or a card or whatever, and we're going to have a drawing, so people win prizes. They come to watch it. So I think that'll be, it's just like, I love doing that. I love giving back, and for the people that have been so supportive of me.
I love that. What a great way back. And obviously, if you're able to check that out, we want you there. Her booth is 2935 DearBloodyMary.com. Bobby, I know we're going to see each other in 8 days. What more do you want to say to our audience before we just see each other in what seems like hours?
We're going to be happy to be there again. We love that show. My neighbors are great. I love seeing everybody, and it's nice because you get a chance to really talk to people, other vendors at that show, and there's, what more can I say? TransWorld's a big part of my life, and that's about all. I feel very, very blessed and very lucky to be part of this. The people there, the friends that I've made, it's been wonderful. And it's a big part of my life. It really is.
Well, we're so honored because it's a big part of our lives. And you're a huge part of that. You've made a lot of inspiration to a lot of people because they keep posting it in the chat. So
yeah, that's nice. I know. I saw that. Yeah, that's lovely.
We love it. All right, Bobby. Well, before we see you in just 8 days, safe travels, and we can't wait. And like she mentioned, come watch the Monster Makeup Wars and put in a slip of paper or your card some way, and you're going to win some free stuff right from Bobby.
Yeah. Thank you for having me. It was really
my God.
Bobby, we're not leaving yet. Don't you have a giveaway you want to do?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa. Breaking news.
A half a gallon of my extra thick Bloody Mary blood.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any fun trivia or a way that we can help decide this?
Oh gosh. I'm not real good at that.
I have one that I can ask if it's all right with you. You just need to help me with finding the answer.
Okay.
Okay. So everybody, if you want a chance to win half a gallon of blood, straight from Bloody Mary, courtesy of Bobby. Thank you for that. You're going to type into the chat MHC and then the answer to this question: what year was Bloody Mary Makeup founded? And Bobby, you got to help me find that answer when it comes up there.
Okay.
And just shout it out when you see it.
Okay.
Love this. Obviously, you can pick this up at her booth at the show, 2935. Will you autograph it if they want it to be autographed?
Oh, absolutely. Sure. Yep.
I love it. I love it. All right. We're starting to see some answers here. Beth Spiker's coming in at 91. Oh, they're moving fast here. They're moving fast. All right. I'm going to shout them out for you, Bobby. We've got 91, 95, 92, 96, 95, 99. 93, 99. Hold on there. Keep going. 2000.
Just say which one?
Oh.
Okay, keep going.
Okay, we're good. We're good. 2004. We got 1999. A lot of 1999s, actually. 1998.
Yep, that's it.
There we go. We got a 1998. There we go. Alberto Cassier. Kellis, I'm so sorry. I looked too quick. Congratulations. You just won yourself half a gallon of blood, courtesy of Bloody Mary. Thanks, Bobby. That's awesome.
Welcome. Yeah, just tell him to email me or, so we'll know where to send it. Or
absolutely.
Most likely we put it in the mail and send it.
I love it. Alberto, email me at kris@haashow.com. We'll get you connected to Bobby and make sure you get your prize. This is awesome, Bobby. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks all of you for participating in that cool contest.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Safe trip. Safe trip. Like Bon Jovi, guys, we are only halfway there. So let's hear a quick word from our sponsor as we come back with the second half of the show. Guys, we're not even close to being done yet. We are so excited. You have seen them shuffling all over Rosemont, leaving all kinds of wonderful impressions from all of the rubes or the normies or whatever you want to call them. So we're super excited to have them back on the show talking about this year's MHC Zombie Walk. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Kevin Biksacky. What's up, buddy?
How's it going, everyone? How are you all doing tonight?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
Doing good. Great lineup, great guests, a lot of great conversations. So
yes. All of this love and this family and community, and you're in the midst of all of that. I mean, you've been a part of this industry for a very, very long time. How does being a part of it feel to you and Bonnie and your whole family?
Oh, it feels fun. I mean, it's bringing that march out to Rosemont again each year. It's so different, and because Rosemont, and we have it there, and we do the walk in that little entertainment zone. People just still wonder, and that's the reason for the zombie march. The main thing is getting that. What is going on? What is happening? We're just seeing zombies walking through. Going past the park, and it's the reaction. I think that's what we live for. That's what everyone really wants to join it all the time. It's that reaction that you're getting, that natural reaction.
I couldn't agree. It's visceral almost, because you do have some of those people, those that are just out there, maybe not a part of our convention, which they should be, but they get to be the best audience that gets to gawk at all of the zombie crawl that happens all over Rosemont, which is expertly planned. I mean, you guys do such a hard work, yourself and Jen and your entire team, working with the city to make sure that this is done in the most easy and lawful way, but also letting zombies be zombies.
Exactly. And, prior to, like you said, we used to do it in the city of Chicago, proper downtown. There's been more restrictions. They put up fences and gates. There's been more in the summer happening with more events and fests. Now they have the NASCAR. It has been limiting us to do in Chicago each year based on the shutdowns and road closures. But you were saying how the city worked with us, and I'll never forget, just one time I had, called to let them know, hey, we're going to be walking through the city again. This is not a dangerous thing. This is not a protest. We're not, we're just people that love Halloween. We're haunted house actors. We're haunt enthusiasts. We're home haunters, and we just dress up as zombies. And one year I talked to them about that, talked to the first district in Chicago, and everything was fine. They're like, oh, yeah, we remember you guys, thanks for letting us know what day you're doing this. And, we same as everything else. If that red light happens, and gets caught, the rest of the group will go. One group will wait until that green light. We just walk a little slower so they can catch up to us. But, that year was my favorite year. And I wish to remember that actual year it happened. But the Chicago police had mounted horse patrol officers and actually held traffic for us to go right past. We were not a nuisance. And, like you said, you do nice things, or you just let people know, and they do nice things back. So, it was great. They were taking photos. The officers, same thing, taking photos of us, because they've probably never seen it before if they're new to the force or were never working that area those days. So, it's just, like I said, the natural reactions.
Love that. Oh, my gosh. And you're getting a ton of love in the chat. Tater, our mutual friend Tater, wants to know, if he feels dead inside, can he be a part of the walk?
Anybody can be part of the walk. If you're dead inside, live inside, makeup, horror makeup, you threw some Bloody Mary blood on your face or anything, it is a free event. So anybody can join. This is just, we do it with MHC, which is great. It's a great vehicle. It's some great shots and photos. But it's a free event. Just sign right up. There is a link on the MHC website. Sign up just so we know how many people are coming. It gives us a good, what to expect, so we're not leaving too early.
That's right.
But we will be having it right after the show floor closes on that Saturday, the 7th. We get together right into the drop-off zone of there we go. There's a pre-registration.
There we go. Robert's how he's got it.
And we just gather, talk, meet new friends. Oh man, let me tell you about that. But we gather, and then about 5:30 we'll start the walk. We walk a nice little, not even a mile, even though Tater thinks it's 13 miles, 18 miles, 8 miles that we walk each year. He changes the number, but it's less than a mile. It's a great little adventure, a great little fun romp through the entertainment district. And there will, Jennifer, of course, will be Malort, and maybe some Kevin wine. I'll save some for you, Jen.
Can you bring your favorite beverage, even if it's a Chicago handshake?
Yes. But definitely sign up. 40 miles this year. Okay, so Tater has said it'll be now 40 miles.
I love it. Guys, we do, Kevin, a huge credit because you try to make it really easy. When that show floor closes, all you have to do is literally just walk right outside the show floor doors, meet there in the convention lobby, right there in the horseshoe at 5:15, and you guys get the party started at 5:30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's when we start shambling on and walking. No, also check out the Facebook page for the Chicago Zombie March. We will have our posted, direction and path. So if you are running late, you don't need to try to run to meet with us. I mean, you can meet us at one of those paths. If you're running super late or having a problem, you can go straight to the entertainment district and kind of hide to the side. We normally come in from, I believe it's the northern part or where the theaters are, and we come in that way. So again, look at the map of our path. I'm sorry, I was reading some of the comments of Robert. But anyways, yeah. So if you're running through, you don't have to run to join us. You can cut across if that area between the hotels and the parking garage. You can go there and meet us at the entertainment district and join us that way. Like I said, there's no running and worrying about missing us. But yeah, we do have a 15-minute, moment to hang out after the floor closes to get yourself together. And, and like I said, we meet old friends we haven't seen in a while. If we miss them on the show floor, because I don't know how many times I've been to the convention, and I realized friends were there. And of course, you miss them throughout the whole day because you're going through different pathways. But this is one way to meet your friends and meet new friends. Again, I've had so many Facebook friends, and then I meet them for real life in the Zombie March. There's Facebook friends I first met at the Zombie March years ago. Excuse me. And we became, friends, and we're joking with each other all the time. They're out of state people. Some people are and they've moved and no longer able to join us. I know this year we'll be missing a few of our regular walkers or shambling on. We'll miss them, of course. But we'll see new ones, and meet new friends this way. It's family friendly, so of course bring your kids. Dress them up. There was some blood on them too. It's just like I said, just a fun little gathering to do, just to take a load off your feet because we need to add more steps after walking the show floor all day. Let's add that to the walk around Rosemont.
Love this. And I really want to capitalize on something that we put in the description there, but really want to emphasize it's free, guys. It's free with your badge. Like, come hang out with your friends, see all of Rosemont, and see Tater and the Graffiti FX girls. So
I got because they need the more too. So but yeah, no, bring everybody. It's for haunt characters. Bring your character. Bring things that you want to experiment with. If you have a costume and a makeup in mind, this is a good way to get feedback from a lot of people, not only in the industry, just honest opinions from other people saying, "Oh yeah, that looks great," or "This is falling apart," or maybe use a different color. Who knows? Maybe you're not a summer. Maybe you're more of a fall. I don't know.
We do have a real question from the audience, other than most of these questions. We do have a question, though. Are there rules of what you can wear or can't wear as part of your costume?
It's open. Obviously, family friendly. Be mindful. Be demure. Do not, have anything too revealing or anything that is not you should not wear in public. Sure. Obviously any wet or blood surfaces that are very, very wet. If your bloody hands that are wet, you don't need you touching and bothering. We're here for fun. We're not here to create a movie. We're not here to create a scene, but we are here to create a scene. That's true, but still not to leave your prints behind. So of course, any makeup and anything you have, let it be dry, please. I appreciate that, and I'm sure the city and the businesses also appreciate that. Like always, photos are encouraged. Great time, when we did downtown Chicago, same thing. People would stop us, quinceañeras, wedding parties, downtown Chicago by the NBC building or Daily Plaza, taking their photos. Like, can we take photos with you guys for who was all pick some people, whatever. But awesome. No, totally. Photos are 100%. Bring your personal photography. Personal cameras. We've had, I think, a couple years back in the Rosemont part, we had some cosplayers dressed up as zombie killers, and they were running from us. They staged themselves.
Okay.
I see them ahead of time. I'm like, oh, this is going to be fun and interesting. And they were portraying and saying, oh, okay, look out, here comes zombie. And they're running away from us, and they're filming, their camera person is filming them. So we were a bunch of extras in their film. But yeah, no, like I said, it's awesome. You can wear what you want, just, don't leave anything behind. Obviously, if you have you're missing ears or something, please keep them the whole time. Don't drop them on the ground. Don't leave them for children to pick up or anything. Like I said, we're here for our entertainment and fun. Nobody knows we're doing this until we start showing up, because again, people are going to the comedy club, people are enjoying dinner,
right.
People are trying to have a good time in Rosemont's entertainment district. So again, let's be mindful of them and give them a smile.
Love that. Robert has already posted the link in the chat to sign up and be a part of this. You guys also have a booth right on the show floor, booth 2956. Why should people come see you guys there?
Oh, just, to get ready for if they have any additional questions that maybe we never covered. If they, want tips about zombie makeup. I do some makeup myself. There's usually, myself. There's the other co-organizers there. Colleen, you can see her in that photo right there. Yeah. David should be showing up. I know he travels throughout the states, and this is his travel time. So hopefully David will be able to show up to the original organizers, which I then joined them and then helped make it for MHC. So yeah, there's a lot of hands being passed left and right, but yeah, we know. I know all the chats are showing, but yeah, I love it. As an ex-haunted house actor, just also love Halloween. It's it's fun. You should see our booth. We've got a past and present. The video's running at all times, so it's fun to see some of the older videos that I found on the internet, found on YouTube from random people. Just added to that list. So we're along the row there. You got the Chicago Haunt Builders and their haunts right now. Yes. You do have the Lost Souls bus tour right along with us. So, we're there with all the local guys, just like everybody else.
We love it. Kev, we're so excited to have you. Thanks for putting this all together. Thanks to your team, too, because I know you guys work very hard on this, and the Chicago Zombie March does a heck of a job helping us to make this happen, because this is that exclusive event to Midwest Haunters Convention. So decorate, dress up, maybe get a tan if you're Tater, bring your favorite beverage, and come out and shuffle with all of your friends and make new ones at the Chicago Zombie March here at MHC. Kev, can't wait to see you, my friend.
Oh, yeah, we'll just see you next. Well, like I said, everyone keeps saying 8 more days, 8 more days.
I know.
Yeah, 8 more days. It's happening. So
it's all happening.
A lot of fun stuff this week or next week that's coming up. I can't wait. And like I said, bring your friends. Just, hey, if they can't get tickets, they're not getting tickets at MHC, you know what? Just say, hey, 5:15. Let's meet outside. Let's just walk. It's okay. It's fun.
Exactly. And you get a little bit of exercise and, of course, get some fresh air. Get you ready all for the party on Saturday night. So
thank you, Jen. I see the post coming in. We love graffiti. We love all the other support, all the vendors that show at TransWorld here, other conventions. Like I said, it's a group. It's a fun group.
I couldn't agree more, and can't wait to see you, brother. Appreciate you. Anything else to share before we see you in just 8 days?
Nope. Same old. Right. I'll be seeing everybody on Saturday.
Can't wait, brother. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you. All right. Travel safe. Guys, this is crazy. We are our second to last episode before MHC in just 8 days. And of course, we couldn't have an episode without the man, the myth, the legendary Scott Lynd from Froggy's Fog, our premier show sponsor, Tater. What's up, buddy?
I'm a little jacked up. I had some too many cherry Pop-Tarts or something. I'm a little excited today.
We have to give a lot of credit to Kevin, because Kevin's reading your chat, and he kept a straight face for most of it. So I got applaud to him.
He is he was doing good. We trained him well. The graffiti girls, I'd like to point out that they're not even coming, so they're not going to the Whirly Ball. They're not going to see the well-groomed mullet that's going to happen there at Whirly Ball. It's not going to happen, ladies. You lost your title. It's up for grabs.
Oh, so no Malort for Graffiti FX. That's what you're telling us.
They're not even going to be there.
They're not even going to be there. What?
Nope.
Oh, man.
No.
Come on.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I was not disappointed, so it's okay.
We love Graffiti FX, even if Tater doesn't always agree. Tater, how you been, man? How was TaterCon?
TaterCon was amazing. It's coming back. We're gonna have 6 on the beach. So we're bringing it back for the 6th time. There will be a banner, unbeknownst to Jen, probably somewhere at MHC in her lobby. Surprise!
She's just gonna walk in and see it there and be like, "Steph, where did this come from?" Like,
and for the record, I put sponsored by TransWorld, so she's got to do it again, right? You can't really take it out.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
We saw the pictures. Obviously, Kate and Nate actually tuned in from the high seas there to join us at that episode. So we said all of you, but hopefully it was an awesome time. How are your excursions? Anything fun, different?
Yes, I learned that I sink very well.
Okay.
I don't swim very well, but I sink like a rock. And they were teaching me. They were teaching me how to float at one of the places. There's a picture somewhere of Nathan and me laying across his arms, and he's trying to teach me how to float. And then there was another picture of Kate and Rue from T3.
Yes.
In their arms, and they were parading me around the pool while there were random other people who had no idea. Just kind of stared blankly into my face, and I waved to them like it was a crappy parade that threw out candy corn. I don't trust people who eat candy corn, so I was throwing it all out to see if I trust them or not. I am very dense, Katie. I am very dense.
For those that don't know, would you give us the 30-second, like, what is TaterCon and where are you guys going next year?
So TaterCon is a collection of Halloween or Christmas people that we all said after COVID, it's been too long. We can only see each other during these shows. It's not necessarily convenient. Let's go. Let's spend time with each other. And see what we can do. First year was in Orlando. That was like 2020.
Yeah.
2020.
Yes.
And we went to Gatlinburg. And then for the last 4 years, we've been on a cruise.
Yes.
So there was a website.
AI has done wonderful work with that, dude.
Well, that does not look like me, but there's an action figure Robert has. Clearly, I've made friends with Robert now, and he pulls up my action figure that doesn't look like me.
We love Rob.
But it's really all about good times and great people just getting to know each other. TransWorld sponsors it. There's an AI-generated TaterCon cruise image. That's the actual image. I forgot the giant potato this year. But this year we're going to St. Thomas.
Oh, okay.
We're going to St. Kitts.
Okay.
We're going to their private island, Perfect Day at Coco Cay. We're leaving out of Miami on the Icon of the Seas, so it's going to be iconic.
Yeah,
we're going to get the royal treatment this year.
That's one of the newer ships too. Yeah,
it is the biggest ship on the ocean, I think, right now.
You might be right. Yeah.
40 bars and restaurants, so we're going to try to drink our way through all of those.
It's like an epic Epcot.
7 days. Yep. 7 days. Everybody hangs out. We all play a game where we hate each other by the end of it. It's great. But I'm here to talk, Chris, about MHC.
I know.
In Chicago. I have a question for you.
I'm excited. Let's do it.
The last couple of times that I have landed in Chicago, because it is Chicago and I go there frequently.
Sure.
My Uber driver smells like Cool Ranch Doritos. Is it a staple Or am I just getting super unlucky with these Uber drivers?
I think you're actually getting lucky, actually, because like those guys might have snacks that they might be able to share
They did
with
not
you.
provide snacks. They did not provide snacks.
You just got to butter them up a little bit, you know.
I guess.
Maybe say, hey, can I get a shot of Malort and Cool Ranch Doritos? That might work. I don't know.
And a ketchup with them, or a hot dog with some ketchup on it. How's that?
Oh, now you're playing with fire.
Yeah. Well, and I saw that Bobby was in here. I heard a rumor, and I meant to ask her in the chat, but in our private chat, her grandpa invented Skittles.
Oh,
I don't know if that's true or not, but somebody told me that, and I meant to ask her in the private chat that we have.
I'm sure someone can solve this while we're live on air.
I'm sure they will. 100% sure they will.
See, that's a good thing. I'm excited that you're coming to MHC. Obviously, you've been a part of MHC since its inception. Why do you love coming to MHC and in Chicago?
I mean, I started at MHC when the first year it was in the stadium.
Yeah.
So in Columbus, and have been there ever since. I mean, it's the most amount of fun that I can legally have while I'm working.
I love that.
The pre-show tours have always been great. We're taking a year off. We're reformulating. We're going to get come back next year with the pre-show tours. Any of the tours, even the bad haunted houses, make the good haunted houses look better, and you always have something to talk about on that bus when it's frosty beverage.
Well, we do have a killer tour on Friday night, and it's going to be all at Abandoned, and I hear you're coming with.
I am going to be there. Last time I was at Abandon, that was the year of the hashtag defund Tater stickers.
I remember that clearly.
I had to sit at the picnic table and cut up the stickers so everybody could have a sticker. And I did not make it in, and I've gotten endless amounts of crap because I did not make it into the haunted house. So this year, Abandon, I'm coming for you.
So excited. And they're ready for you. We
Prepare yourself.
We get to see them at night in their element, all three haunts, full shows. You're going to see them decked out. So it's the way to do it.
Oh, Kevin wants to know if I moved the bookshelf. No, there's one over there too, Kevin.
Now, okay, so we got to talk about something big. Obviously, you guys at Froggy's Fog, our premier show sponsor. We love you guys. Thank you so much for all you do for us. And obviously, everybody knows about Froggy's. You guys do fluids. You guys do machines, scents, more, smoke, haze, snow, bubbles, foam, whatever it shoots. You guys make that happen for the last 20 years. So thank you. But you have been really promoting a big reveal coming, and a lot of people are excited and eager to know what that is.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for bringing that up, because it's not yet ready yet, Chris. So you're going to leave me out there to hang and
totally leaving you out there to hang.
and lose my job for revealing it. No.
You could do it here. It's just amongst friends.
Yeah. I mean, there's just 1,000 people watching right now.
And the Graffiti FX girls and Kevin.
Yeah. Kevin and the Graffiti FX girls will never rub it in our faces. There's a couple of announcements. The first announcement I will say is we have hired someone as their sole job is to design machines.
Oh, that's
we have a guy. He's in-house. He is literally. We gave him. I had to fly down to Tennessee a couple days after the cruise. We gave him a list of all these dream machines that we've all wanted to see, and he is going to work and he is building these dream machines that we've always wanted.
That's wicked.
Maybe we want a snow shooting gun instead of a fog gun.
Yeah.
Maybe we want a moving headlight fixture that shoots fog out of it. Maybe we want stuff. But that is not what we've been counting down to.
Okay.
I think we've kind of overhyped the countdown a little bit. I will say it is nothing machine wise. It is nothing you can buy.
Okay.
I will say it's coming probably Monday. In case you missed it, if you've ever been on our website, our website has been absolute garbage. It is hard to navigate. It is kind of hard to use. I don't know if I can get this over to Robert. Robert would get me.
He'll make magic happen. So you need to dispel a rumor that's going around in the chat that you were potentially named like VP of the company or something. But
Yeah, I heard that, and I don't want any more stress. I don't want any more responsibility than I already have. I don't want that. But I sent the link to Robert, kind of the preview of it.
Okay, all right. So we're gonna get a sneak peek here, thanks to Tater and to Froggy.
Easy. If you ever shipped anything or ordered something, and occasionally like our old system will just glitch out and send it to an address. So like if you're 13th floor and you have 17 locations, Houston's ordering, but surprise, it went to LA. It is just the way the system worked, and so we're revamping the website. So we got it's cart.com powered. It is super easy to use. I can make you and generate you a quote, and you can just go in and immediately hit order if that quote looks good to you. It's even got to meet the team, which there is somebody in the comments, and I don't know if I'm allowed to say this yet. They are coming to work full time with us.
Oh, okay. Okay.
We hired Taryn, but that's not the person.
Okay.
From Zombie Army. Taryn used to work for Zombie Army. She's been in our booth a couple of times. That is not the new person. Whereas this person's going to have a sales rep. They're going to give me a run for my money and the haunt industry. So, but the countdown is for the new website.
It's a silly question, but a lot of people are asking it, so I'm just gonna throw it out there for you to answer and just dispel it or put it to bed. Will there be any sort of partnership between Froggy's Fog and the Jebsen Malort company?
You know, we're in talks, and we're not allowed to discuss.
Okay.
I figured signed some NDAs and stuff like that. I have questions for you though.
Oh no. Oh, no.
Obviously, MHC is a great show. It's look, Robert has the new website up
We've got the smoke.
Up there looking, there is a preview of the new website for you guys.
Love this. Taylor, I'm working on.
Are we going to have some fun and games on stage like we have always had, Chris?
So it's a little bit different. We're going to bring so let's backtrack just a half second.
Championship axe throwing.
We are bringing a championship of sort. We're bringing the Haunt Olympics that we started at MHC, or excuse me, at East Coast Haunters a couple of years ago. We're bringing it to MHC, and you actually were a big part of that this year. And do you want to talk about your experience as you were on stage during the infamous blackout?
That was during Password, Chris.
It was, which is part of our show. And
you know, sometimes when the lights go out, I get scared. I don't know what to do, so I just drop my pants. And the power comes back on, my pants are still around my ankles.
It was a shock to everyone here. They're making T-shirts about it now. So, but no, we will have some fun. You're definitely going to be on stage. I hear we're going to be having you judge some things, especially on Sunday morning during the 9th annual Sinister Visions costume contest with Shannon and Katie. Super excited.
I'm going to be that. I'm going to do that. I'm sure I've got a message somewhere. That I'll be part of other judging.
I was going to say we'll probably see you on Saturday afternoon too, and
probably there, and then Sunday afternoon when we usually the rails come off.
Yes, we've got some fun stuff planned. So the moral of this story is stay tuned to the stage because you're going to see some Tater.
We're going to see some Tater. We're going to say some horrible things about each other. My question to Chris is, Chris, you have to do. You're like me. There's Chicago Haunt Builders Breakfast, then the show floor, then the zombie walk, then the party, then the after party, after party. Then why is Tater naked running through the lobby? Got to go chase Tater.
No one knows.
How many steps do you get in?
Oh my gosh. East Coast, I think we topped out. Laura had it counted at about like 24,000, maybe 25,000. And that's us just working the stage. Like we don't even get a chance to leave that stage area a lot. So
I would almost pay for you to get a foot rub at the end of that. If there was a free, like if there was a massage person there, I would pay
dude, I'm gonna
Out
hook
there
us
in
up.
the universe.
I'm gonna hook us up. We're gonna
gonna
find
get
somebody.
robbed.
Yes.
Why they tear down my booth and I talk crap about Whirly Ball.
Are you a fan of Whirly Ball? We should go. We
go Sunday night, Chris. We go Sunday night, and it's been with the Graffiti Effects girls, and they are vicious and they are mean and nasty. They spit on people. They sucker punch. Claws out. We almost got kicked out the last time we went because we were playing with two different balls.
If you're not almost getting kicked out, are you really playing? So,
and for the people that don't know what Whirly Ball is, think bumper cars.
Yep.
With a side of like a wiffle ball and a highlight paddle.
That's
and a
exactly
basketball.
Perfectly
described.
described.
Through the hoop. You just go through the backboard.
Yeah.
And you're just smashing each other while you're throwing this ball and trying to get it to hit off the backboard.
Taylor says, watch your back.
She's been replaced. She's a loser.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Love it.
Maybe I'll walk out with my knuckles not being bruised and bloodied for once.
Well, there are a few people that are asking, so what is Froggy's bringing to MHC? Anything special that they're bringing this year?
So we're going to bring all our machines that we can fit into the road cases.
Okay.
Obviously, we don't do cash and carry.
Sure.
We do that just to kind of save you guys. So the last thing you want to do is carry a 70-pound machine through the trade show floor, out of the hallway, into the car. We ship it all for free for you. All the fluid ships for free. We will get you guys taken care of. It'll be me, Mom and Dad, Kate and Nate.
We love them.
And then I think Mitchell's coming too.
Oh, that's odd. We love him too. Kate and Nate are in Florida right now, aren't they?
Kate and Nate are having an epic day, or what I hope to be an epic day for them. They said they were in line for the ministry. They got all the way up to the front of the line and their ride broke down. I have not heard back from them other than that they found beef stew. So
okay, good stuff.
But me and Kate or not Kate, but me, Nate, and Mitchell will all be there in our cargo shorts because the cargo shorts are coming back. They're bringing it back in style.
Fashion is cyclical. That's absolutely.
So,
well, dude, this is awesome. Guys in the chat, this is awesome. We love that. Is there anything you want to say to everybody before we see each other in 8 days?
I think I crossed everything off my list, Chris. I'll be there for the match game.
Yes.
As long as we're having it. That's what I was trying to figure out, Chris, and get out of you.
It's there's a rumor it may not happen this year. We'll see what we can do.
It better happen, or I'm flipping everything off that stage the first day.
She's going Jersey Housewives. Let's go.
I'm going to go Jersey Housewives.
We love it. Oh, we're grateful for you guys. Froggy's Fog, our premier show sponsor. You guys are also co-sponsoring the costume party on Saturday night. Do you have your costume picked out yet?
Yeah, I'm going as Tater, the exhausted fog salesman guy.
Excellent. Will he have a tan?
I am tan.
We love that. We love it. Check them out right when you walk in. Booth number 2817, froggiesfog.com. Make sure you check out their new website launching soon, thanks to Tater's good information.
Monday.
See, that's always. Guys, it's a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Chris, we have to give something away.
All right. What do you want to give away?
What do you want to give away?
I want to give away something fun, something special. I mean, we may have talked about something. Do you think we could just break some rules and just do it?
Like, I said, you know what? The bosses are on vacation, so it doesn't really matter, right?
That's what anything goes. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
We're going to give away a trip for, no, just kidding.
One full ticket to TaterCon.
No.
with balcony. Okay, but what else could we give away potentially to? Would it be somebody that's coming to the show that might be able to take this home, or would you?
No.
Okay, you want
everything's going to be shipped. So
okay, all right. So this is eligible to everybody that's coming.
Eligible for everybody that's watching.
Yes.
If you've already won something from us, let some other people win. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Let's give away like a Fobbles F3 machine.
Are you serious?
A smaller Fobbles machine.
Okay.
Let's just give one of those away.
Dude, that's fantastic. Guys, That's incredibly awesome. What a nice surprise. Breaking news here, guys, from Tater and Froggy's Fog. A Fobbles F4?
F3.
F3. I'm sorry. F3.
So it's half of the F4. But it's number 3.
I love it. I love that, guys. Tater, how do you want to decide this? Do you have any fun?
Well, I have said some crazy things if you've been paying attention when me and Chris are talking.
Always. It's fun.
I'm looking for a specific phrase that I said during that time.
Okay. You're making it difficult. See, people are going to work for this. They're going to work.
I got to make I'm giving away a prize I'm probably going to get fired for. We're going to make it difficult.
Okay.
So what was the phrase that I said when me and Chris were talking that was just kind of slipped in to the conversation?
I love that. Okay. MHC, and the answer to what did Tater just slip in during our conversation tonight? Oh, that's a good one, dude. Good one.
On him to answer.
I know. We got to get some good. All right, we're getting some love. That's an awesome unit. What does that unit retail for?
$225.
Hey, and free shipping. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. Holly Day's answer here. MHC, it's a new website.
Holly is just not playing along.
It seems like a Telestrations episode. I don't know.
I think right. It is not me running through the lobby naked. Nope, that was not it.
Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh.
We never said those words, Taylor. That was one of the phrases, but it was not the correct one.
Alicia, good. That
was one of the phrases, but not the correct one.
Gretchen? Yeah, I forgot the potato. You did say that as well. Yes. That's a good one. You do love Malort, which is wonderful. So
Christina is there, but that is also one of the phrases, but it is not.
Cargo pants are back. Good guesses, guys. This is good. Yeah. Wonderful stuff's coming in right now.
Wow.
Love it.
It was a throwaway line that we kind of left it up to you guys to figure out if it was true or not.
I like that. See, people are remembering here. We do have a question while people are putting this through here. If people see you on the floor, can they buy you a shot of Malort?
They cannot. No. I would take any alcohol. There it is.
Call it out, my friend.
Alicia O'Donnell. The Uber driver smelled like Cool Ranch Doritos.
Alicia O'Donnell, congratulations. You just won yourself a Fobbles F3, courtesy of Tater and Froggy's Fog. It may be his job, but he's going to ship it to you personally. So email me at kris@haashow.com, and we'll get you hooked up. Nice job, Tater. Yeah. That was great.
By the way, the Bobby Skittle thing was just a made-up thing that I just threw in there, too. So that was another made-up one.
Oh, okay, so that could have been a good second answer there.
Yeah, that was my second answer. If nobody found the Cool Ranch Dorito one.
Yeah, really credit to a lot of good listeners out there. Nice job. Nice job.
We got to make sure, keep them on their toes, make sure they're paying attention to every word that we're saying, Chris.
Love that.
We can't have them.
No.
Kevin wanted to see my game shelf.
Yeah, the bookshelf is still there. It was great.
Still over there. Over there.
Look at that. It's looking great. Dude, it's been a pleasure. And thank you to all of you for watching. We appreciate you. We can't wait to see you in 8 days. And we will be back next Wednesday, June 4th, for our last show before MHC. So don't miss out.
Show, Chris.
We have not released those details.
Are you going to do a countdown and then just not deliver the price on the countdown? Or is that just...
We're going to deliver. MidwestHuntersCon.com. Of course, a huge credit to Robert for always making the magic happen. Tater's new friend here. So new
hey, and happy birthday, Robert.
Yeah, big
it was
time.
His birthday.
It was.
Everybody in the chat throw up happy birthday, Robert comments.
Love that. We need that. We need more of that.
We need more positivity and happy birthdays for Robert.
Amen. He makes all the magic happen. And Rich. Yes, Rich was just yesterday. Robert was last week, but we love them both and we're grateful. So, all right, guys, thank you so much. We're going to take us home. We'll see you guys in 8 days, and we'll be back next week to wrap up the countdown. Thanks for watching.